A new report from Scotiabank shows that while fewer young Canadians own homes right now, a majority of Millennials and Gen Z adults still plan on trying to purchase a home. The number of young Canadians who own a home declined to 26% this year. That's down from 47% just a few years ago in 2021. The report says around 29% of respondents between the ages of 18 and 34 years old are currently living with parents or family. But despite housing market challenges, 58% of people 18 to 43 are still determined to purchase a home within the next 5 years. Joining us now, Jason Mercer, Chief Market Analyst, the Toronto Real Estate Board. Jason, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
A majority of Millennials and Gen Z still holding on to the dream of home ownership. Are you seeing a change in attitude towards that? Any change in economic headway that it's offering a glimpse of hope, as we've seen some economic data coming out recently?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we do consumer polling at the end of each year, for example, looking forward into the next year, we always find that home buying intentions are always strong. But certainly over the last couple of years, people have said, look, I'm going to need to see certain things change so that affordability picture works for me. And so obviously, this year, the Bank of Canada has cut interest rates on a number of occasions, including the oversized cut that we just had announced this month. And so I think that means that more and more young Canadians who are looking to purchase their first home are looking more closely at it, certainly in the last few months of 2024, but I think even more so as we move towards the spring of 2025, and we should expect to see more interest rate cuts over that time, and that'll help from an affordability perspective.
Particularly for younger Canadians, Millennials and Gen Z in this discussion that we're having, what have been the economic challenges more unique to them in jumping into the housing market, the roadblocks that they have been facing?
Yeah, I mean, young people are very sensitive to changes in borrowing costs, more so than existing homeowners, because they haven't built up, a substantial amount of equity in the home they own. And so essentially they have whatever savings they put together inside or outside of an RRSP, for example. And so, every movement up or down really impacts that affordability picture, that monthly payment. And so as we started to see interest rates increase, beginning in 2022, we started to see more and more would-be first-time buyers move to the sidelines. But, they didn't give up on purchasing a home at some point in the future. They just needed that affordability picture to change for them, and it's starting to do so.
There is a demand for clear guidance on how to achieve this goal of owning a home, particularly for this age group that we're talking about. What plans need to be rolled out to help? What guidance is needed?
Well, I think certainly it's important for would-be home buyers to have a network of individuals that they can use to advise them. And certainly, for example, working with a realtor and the network that individual may have in the mortgage space and the home inspection space and what have you, putting together all of those people onto your team keeps you well informed, and you can chart a path forward in terms of what you're looking to purchase, what you can afford, and what the steps are going to be to get from making that offer to closing that purchase on the back end.
Jason Mercer, Chief Market Analyst, the Toronto Real Estate Board. Jason, always appreciate your time.
Thanks a lot.